in opposite direction, right? So you'll place your floodlights there. Now it's not important for you to show the control of these floodlights because as you know, floodlights can be controlled by automatic switches or photo cells that work as dusk to dawn light, which will basically control the floodlights by themselves. Now, I'm going to scroll down and just wire the bathroom and the kitchen. The bedrooms would be wired similar to the living room where you would have a fan with light in your bedroom and you put four or it's four walls. If it's four walls, then you put four duplex receptacles on inside that room, one on each wall. So if you keep that principle in mind, one on each wall when it comes to duplex, and then your fan with light, you ensure that the switch is not placed behind the swing of the door. So whenever you're looking at the door fixture here, the curve section means that's the opening of the swing. The line means that's the door itself. So you enter in a room, the switch must be at the point of entry and not be behind. So that's how you don't lose points. That's how you keep your point. All right. I have to erase this so that I can move down. Let me move down on the page so we can look a bit more. Oops. So we can look at the bathroom and the kitchen will, and also if there's a laundry room, they will have one device that is not present anywhere else in the house. And what is that device?
Say it again.
The bathroom, the kitchen, and the laundry will have...
The ground fault circuit interrupter?
Yes.
GFCI.
Correct. So the ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, is placed in wet or damp areas. So you will find them over your sink, in your kitchen, as well as in your bathroom. They're represented just like how you have a duplex. You would draw them as a duplex, and you will label them as GFCI. Okay. GFCI meaning ground fault circuit interrupter. Okay, so those are the switches with the test and the reset buttons on them. The purpose of the test button on the GFCI is to ensure that the GFCI is working properly. The reset button is to reactivate or to re-engage the receptacle whenever it goes into fault mode. Fault mode exists when there is a resistance that is lower than the acceptable lower resistance that is supposed to be on that circuit. So that is referred to as a ground fault. What can cause a ground fault to occur, especially in a wet and damp area, is the presence of water. Water, being a good conductor of electricity, will thereby lower the resistance in that GFCI or in that circuit, therefore causing a higher current to be present than is normally able to be worked out throughout the circuit. And that now can cause a fire or electric shock. So the GFCI will now disrupt the current flow in that particular circuit and allow an open circuit to occur, which stops the current from flowing. Therefore, it is safe. It is also safe for the house so that the fault is isolated inside that area alone that has the fault. So in other words, your whole house won't burn down if water gets into a socket in your kitchen or in your bathroom. There are also GFCI circuit breakers that provide additional ground fault protection inside the breaker panel itself. And those are for wet circuits, pools, and all of that, whatever service those kind of equipment. So all your bathroom needs now to be complete is to place a ceiling light. Inside that, if you want to be fancy, you could also put lights over the faucet. You know, most people have a light directly above your faucet for that mirror. If you want to put that in, you could put that in. But I could guarantee you, in order to get the maximum of these 16 points that you need, if you have all of the essential devices present, then your 16 points is guaranteed. If they are placed in the correct location, then your points are guaranteed. It's not only the quantity that they're looking at, it's the quality, how you place them and what you do. So then you have your single pole switch at the opening of the door, and then you put the switch leg on. So your bathroom is complete. That lamp right there would be sufficient to provide all the light you need in the bathroom. That's simple. Your kitchen is a little bit more complex. If you have an electric stove, you will need to install a 240 volt socket. That's called also a range outlet behind the stove. So you will put 3 lines through the circle to indicate that this is a 220 volt socket, maybe a 20 amp 220 or a 30 amp, well, not no 30 amp, no, probably a 20 amp 220, and you could put the letter R on the side of it to indicate range. Range means an electrical range or stove. Now, usually on your counters, this indicates that this is a countertop, and over here would be your sink, or as you all call it, zinc. I don't know why. On your countertop, you would place duplex receptacles that you can use for small portable electrical appliances, blenders, and stuff like that. If you need a special purpose microwave circuit, you could install it as well. In the back of a fridge or deep freeze, you could install a device known as an AFCI.
AFC.
AFCI. And an AFCI is an arc fault circuit interrupter. Arc fault circuit interrupter. It is different from your GFCI because of obviously your GFCI is dealing with ground fault. The AFCI is dealing with arc fault. Now the arc fault means your fridge is one appliance that operates normally 24 hours, or it needs to be in operation mode consistently or constantly, even though it works on a cycle that The thermostat, which controls the temperature in the fridge, will cycle the fridge on or off based on the temperature that is that is it is set. So if you set your fridge in the winter time at its coldest setting, then it's going to take less energy in the winter time to cool that fridge down, right? So I mean, the fridge would be working extra in the winter time if it's on the coolest setting. In the summertime, though, if you set it on its coldest setting, the temperature outside the fridge will be so high that the fridge will have to run to keep it set within that certain time. So if you understand what I mean, the outside temperature of the fridge influences the internal temperature of the fridge. And the internal temperature of the fridge determines how long the fridge stays in operation before it cycles off. So imagine now your fridge is constantly working, but then there is a thunderstorm. Many people don't go inside their breaker box and turn the breakers off. So if your house is not properly grounded, then you could have a situation where an arc or a lightning bolt hits your house, it goes straight into your fridge and damages your fridge. The arc fault circuit breaker will shut off the fridge if there is excess current flowing on the circuit. So it's a special receptacle specifically for that. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Now, next thing you need in your kitchen is a lamp, and the lamps that we typically use in your kitchen would be the fluorescent lamp, which is represented by a flat or a rectangular strip, and that gives good lighting. In some upscale kitchens or modern kitchens, you'll find recessed lights, and these are the little circular lights that, to represent them, you would put them in a box, okay, indicating that these lights are not protruding the surface of the ceiling. They are inside or recessed in the ceiling. Now, you can have these lamps. Usually, these recessed lamps are connected together in one circuit. So you would go ahead and connect them together, and they would um, be controlled by their own independent switch, which of course would go to the switch bank at the opening of the door. Now, it's not easy to estimate the space between the door opening and the wall on these paper joints, but in reality, this could be at least uh, a foot and a half, 2 feet, and 2 feet is a huge space to place a switch. Um, so you would need two switches at this doorway here. One for your fluorescent and one for your recess. Now you can determine if it's not a matter of you can determine. In fact, this fluorescent lamp here will need to be controlled by a three-way switch because we have two door openings, right? So if you are coming in to the house from this section, this door here, you must be able to control the main light inside your kitchen.